A man is at a bar. He gets harassed by the police. He says, "I can't breathe," and he dies at the hands of the police. The family is now speaking out. The officer has been placed on leave, and we have more. I want to remind you of what happened. Here it is.
No, we're going outside. We're going outside. No, you ain't killing me. You ain't killing me tonight. You ain't killing me. No, you guys are killing me. They're on here. They're trying to kill me. 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 They're kill me. On the sheriff's department. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. They're gonna get sprayed. Don't spray him. Call the sheriff. Don't spray him. Call the sheriff. They're trying to kill me. Call the sheriff. Get over me. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Morning custody. 2029. Stop fighting. I can't read. I can't breathe. That's the story right there. I'll be glad to push it for you. Okay. I can't breathe.
You're fine. Yep. I've always wanted to be in a bar fight. I don't know if this counts.
Hey, chop it up. Breathing?
They killed him. Put it up full mask. He repeated, "I can't breathe." He even says, "Call the sheriff." You know why he says call the sheriff before he dies? He assumes the sheriff is more level-headed than these clowns. In an update to a story we brought you last week, the family of Mr. Frank Tyson, who died at the hands of the police, they are now speaking out about his death. NBC News reports that Canton police in Ohio released bodycam footage and 2 911 call recordings capturing the night of April 18th when 53-year-old Frank Tyson died after repeatedly saying, "I can't breathe." Now, Frank was having a bad day. And Frank may have been on his way to see a judge. That doesn't mean he should see his maker. 53 years of age. He was handcuffed, hands behind his back, pinned to the ground. The video shows Tyson lying motionless on the bar floor for 5 minutes before anybody cared. They then check his pulse approximately 8 minutes before CPR is initiated. Police identified Bo Schoenegg and Camden Birch as the main officers who responded to the call. In a statement released Friday, attorney Bobby DiCello released the following statement on behalf of the family. Quote, "The death of George Floyd traumatized and galvanized the American people. It led to a decisive call for change and an end to systemic police violence against Black men. It's an unimaginable tragedy that only 4 years later, history repeats itself. Why tackle him? Why kneel on him? How could you know he lost consciousness and then do nothing?" These questions demand answers. And so we will get those answers for Frank and the family, the whole Tyson family, in this time of pain, grief, and disbelief. I want you to be reminded, Canton Mayor is William Sherrod II on the left, stated that he met with members of Tyson's family to share the newly released information and offered his condolences in person. He emphasized transparency and stated that the investigation is being handled by BCI with the state or the city, providing all necessary information to the state. Now, no further updates about the status of the investigated officers. Nothing has been released. The use of force charges will be enforced by the Stark County Prosecutor's Office, if so. All right, now, a lot of things happen that should not have happened here. Typically, when you handcuff someone, you're not going to leave them in that position. Why? Because we know people can die. They literally train you. If you do that and this individual has an issue with heart, has an issue with possibly weight, et cetera, a lot of contributing factors, issue with breathing, they'll die in that position. So once they are subdued, you have to turn them around. And typically you will see an officer do that. Even if they're violent with the arrest, once that part is done, they turn you around, they sit you on your behind, okay? That's because they're trained to do that so you don't die. They didn't do that for him. They didn't. And he said he was going to die. He literally said this in the beginning of the interaction. David, thoughts here?
I mean, the police went in adversarial, right? Rather than try to de-escalate and keep things calm and talk to him and gently remove him from the bar, the police did what they've been trained to do for decades, and that is show absolute force to dominate a situation. And even though we have made some progress in some police departments with police not thinking that they have to dominate everybody, still, there are far too many officers, far too many departments where that is the approach. And what ends up happening is they, in the course of them wanting to dominate and take absolute control, they lose their humanity. And they see somebody as like a slab of meat they can throw on the ground and then ignore. And what happens is people die. And what then happens is police departments end up paying out and being defunded because of their own ridiculous, narcissistic, violent, sociopathic behavior. This has got to change. It's not changing fast enough.
That's right. Well said.